problem, no problem. Who? You don't want no problem, no problem. Who? Say you don't want no problem with me. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Welcome back to the No Cut Sports Podcast with your host, Niall Frazier. And as you can see today, let me shut this right quick. I'm in a better mood. I will say that. Okay. As you may already know, them boys ain't them boys. I've been telling y'all, and I'm gonna keep telling y'all, the Cowboys suck. Okay, let's just get that out the way. They could talk about us, whatever happened today is gonna happen with the Eagles. I don't care. But my thing is this: it is a pattern. I'll be 31 in a couple days. It's a pattern. Okay, I ain't never seen these boys get nowhere. Shoot. So I'm gonna get that out the way. But man, welcome back to the No Cut Sports Podcast with your host Niall Frazier. Like I said, I'm in a great mood today, man. Eagles play soon, well, in a few hours, but we do have another game before the Eagles play. As you know, the Bills versus the Steelers, and I'm about to say something y'all probably gonna think I'm tripping. But my thing is this: Mike Tomlin is a great coach. I know his team might not be able to match up with the Bills, especially quarterback wise. Josh Allen is more of a superior quarterback than as a Mason Rudolph, if I'm not mistaken. So I will say that much. Running the ball probably will be heavily implemented today, and I would say in both game plans, but more or less for the Buffalo Bills. But something's telling me, man, I don't know. I'm getting a feeling like it might be one of them games for Josh Allen where he just start doing something stupid because Mike Tomlin makes, or whoever coaches their defense and things like that. But Mike Tomlin's gonna make it a tough game for Josh Allen. If they do win, I don't think it's gonna be by a lot. But and I'm speaking on the Bills. But my thing is this: I will say, if they do what they need to do, the Bills, they should be able to win this game. But Mike Tomlin's not going to come in there and take it easy on them. So, but I'm just saying, it could be an upset today. That's all I'm saying. Could be wrong, because how I feel about Josh Allen. But that's why I feel it. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying, because I've been following Josh Allen's career for a little bit. There's no disrespect, like I say, he might be a really great person. I don't know the man. But when I had him on my fantasy, oh my gosh, I'm talking about, and he still gets you fantasy points, but it's just like some of the things are just uncalled for. So I don't want to take up too much time talking about them, but like I said, it could possibly be an upset today. You never know. So moving on, not first and foremost, but moving on next, we're going to talk about the Philadelphia Eagles today, man. All right. And we got some things to talk about, before we get into tonight's matchup. I done seen a few reports been coming out, as I spoke about before in my previous podcast, that he was, with the Eagles, are more or less, it was different reports coming out talking about how if Nick Sirianni will be able to retain his job after this season, depending on the outcome of tonight's game. And I seen a report saying yeah, and I seen a report saying, from Tim McManus on ESPN, that he could be, it's still in play, especially with the potential candidates that they do have coming up this offseason. If you don't know, that the Eagles do have to wait after, either they lose the playoffs, whatever the case may be. If they make a run, they're still going to have to wait because, as of last year, if you don't remember, Jonathan Gannon, the tampering situation, whatever the case may be, came out. And it was, from what they're saying, it stopped us from getting Fangio and things like that. But as we can see, Fangio's not even in the playoffs anymore either. So if that would have made a difference, who knows? But we'll see. But we'll speak about that on a different time. But, so the Eagles will have to wait if they do decide, they do want to move on or they don't want to move on. Then I seen another report come out talking about players saying on the offense they don't know who's calling the play calls. Excuse me. And we speculated about this before. Like I said, if you're asking me, and you've been following Nick Sirianni since he's been with the not the Colts, but with the Eagles before, and I didn't even look at his Colts film, so I would like to check that out as well. But if you remember that 2021 season, terrible. It looked just like this. So Then another report has come out that Jalen Hurts from Tim McManus from ESPN also saying that he is not happy with the offense. Clearly not, because you can see, man, he's regressed, or it looks like he's regressed. And I've been saying this about how important coaching has been throughout the year, because as you can see, last year to this year has been a complete 180, like flipped upside down. From going from losing two of your coordinators that have been there for a little bit, got to know Jalen Hurts, his strengths and his weaknesses, and being able to implement that into the game plan to make him look the way that he looked last year, and then reverting back to what he looked like in the 20 not and I don't want to say he looked like that in the 2021 season, because that was his first year like really starting, but at the same time this is what he kind of looked like. Offense too, like with these long routes and things like that. Nick Sirianni, like as reports have came out about Nick saying that he wants big explosive plays. And I know I play Madden, and everybody be like, you can't compare this to Madden. When I say that, I'm just talking about if you look at the different playbooks, different plays you can call like play action plays and stuff like that. Those are longer developing plays, so it's not giving us the best opportunities to score with that type of game plan, because as you can see, we have lost the last 5 of our 6 games. When they ask him things at the press conferences about what he's going to do with the play calling, he says he's never going to change the play calling, which shows he hasn't been making adjustments. And like I said, if he has, it's been very minimal. So if you're asking me if his job's still on the line tonight, I will say yes, because my thing is this, and other content creators have said the same thing. And this is not even just because the content creators are saying it, but anybody that follows sports or plays the sport, they know, like, if you don't like your coach, you're not going to go all out for your coach, okay? And if that's the case for the Eagles, especially with reports coming out about Jeffrey Lurie spending a lot of time I don't know if it's just been this last week, but he's been spending a lot of time at the practices. They also say that's usually a sign about, could be the head coach's job. It could be on the line. So with that being said, and like I said, with the candidates that they have available, I don't see why not, or why they don't try and go out. And like I said, it's been reports, and it can be, like I said, I have no sources whatsoever, man. This is just pure speculation. But there's been I forget who tweeted that out, but they were saying that there's a team looking for a potential head coach that that wasn't even thinking about firing their coach. So we'll see about that, man. I don't know exactly how that's going to play out, but like I said, tonight will probably be the determining factor. And that's why when people were saying like why Brian Johnson is getting head coaches positions, it's because they know exactly what's going on with the Eagles. They know that that's not him calling them plays. And I said that, I'm like, man, I looked at his. Like, and I don't get me wrong, very critical of Brian Johnson, because regardless, he's still out there, make the calls whatever which way you can. So, but at the same time, looking at his footage from when he was play calling in college, what was that, for Florida or whatever the case may be, a lot of motion in the backfield, a lot of creativity on the offense. And I'm sitting there. That's why I was so, like, at the beginning of the season, I was so like, all right, cool. He know Jalen Hurts, you know what I mean? Then I seen that footage, and I'm like, oh man, if he can start doing this. And then I heard we got DeAndre Swift, and I said, oh, he can do it. If he can do that with DeAndre Swift, we gonna be, you know what I'm saying? We gonna see a little something. But we have seen nothing. I ain't gonna say we ain't seen nothing, but we ain't seen nothing that we thought we were going to be able to see. Not even close. So, hopefully a lot, and it's I can say a whole bunch of stuff in this video, because it's a lot of things that are going to be determined after this game tonight, because a lot of players on 1-year deals, DeAndre Swift included. Does he even want to come back? Because my thing is this, it looks like a divide between the coaches and the players. Because like I said, players, even AJ calling the all players meeting, like, to me, and saying that they need to trust in the coaches. And I was telling somebody this the other day. I was like, I feel as though AJ Ben kind of felt this way since last year, because when the Super Bowl situation happened, and I kind of felt the same way. And I think I've said this in a previous video, but that first half of the Super Bowl, what was it, the fumble? And I think it might have been something else. And I'm sitting there looking, I'm like, they kicking a field goal. I'm like, why are we not going for it, right? Right then and there, it was like, you know what? something, and that comes from coaching. It's nothing that the players can do. But excuse me, but AJ had came out after that and said that he knew that we were going to lose that Super Bowl. And then when he said what I was already thinking watching the game, I'm like, why didn't I? He said, well, we didn't go for the. If I'm not mistaken, I don't want to put words in my man's mouth, but he said, well, we didn't go for it and we went for the field goal. I'm like, bro, yes, because this is your one and only opportunity. You don't know how many more times you're gonna get the ball back. And then with the situations that were going on with the fumble by Jalen Hurts, I mean, yeah, he came out second half and laid it in my man hands, pause, but you don't know how many more times or many more chances you're going to get to, receive the ball back, be able to do what you can do. And that's even if because they had a great offense last year, and that's even saying that y'all do score because, like, that last call, who would have thought that the game would be determined on that last PI call? But it is what it is. It's whatever. So, anyway, moving forward. But I feel as though that has been a lingering thing since last year because, like I said, man, body language is a mofo because when I hear him talk about Nick Sirianni and his some of the gestures he makes, it looks like I'm saying he don't get along with him, but I feel like he feels like he's not the right person for the job. Now, Mike Vrabel, is that you say his name? Vrabel, however you say his last name, is available. He used to coach him in Tennessee. I do think that might be a somewhat of a decent situation, especially now because he was kind of linked to go back to the Patriots, but they got their head coach now. So, and he still could go back if they do make personnel changes with the coordinators and things like that. But yeah, I don't know, man. I would like Mike. If Nick Sirianni, if they do decide to move on from Nick Sirianni, but the thing I'm really looking for, if they do move on from the coaches and coordinators and things like that, is trying to go out and get somebody. Excuse me, go out and go get somebody in all three positions that have knowledge, the experience, but the knowledge. Okay, to run. You can be aggressive, but when to be aggressive. Because sometimes you can't always be aggressive. Sometimes you do need to play off the ball a little bit. But playing off the ball, how we play off the ball all the time, cannot be happening. That was like 99% of the way we played this year. Can't have it. Can't have it. Some of them downs, you got to be up on them, man. You got to be up on them, and they don't do that. You know what I mean? So, the sky's in the D. Because when I'm sitting here watching Wink Martindale's, I was watching like his schemes and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, he doing this with the Giants D. So I said, I can only imagine what he can do with the Eagles or, like even when he had the Ravens and stuff like that. It's crazy. So my thing is, if the Eagles and Jeffrey Lurie are really trying to make a run to the Super Bowl again with the team that they had, because like I said, players on 1-year deals, players got to get paid next year, a whole lot of stuff going on. So we need to get this situated this offseason. If they decide to keep Nick Sirianni on for whatever odd reason, no disrespect, but I just feel like if this is how he's going to be, maneuvering, he need to either, you're going to have to move on from him or move him somewhere else. It's like, because this is going to be the same outcome each year, and your players aren't getting any younger. You know what I mean? We still have a fairly younger team with some of the talent that we do got. But then, like I said, we got some older players that do need to be, probably recycled out. Not recycled out, but, they need to be, this is about to be their time to either retire or, move on, whatever the case may be. So we'll see how that go. But trying to make sure I'm not forgetting anything else. But yeah, man. So let's talk about the game tonight. I think I don't know what the weather's supposed to be like. I heard it was supposed to be bad, but I do think that the game plan is still gonna need to be the same. Run the ball. Excuse my French. I got my PlayStation, but man, they gotta run the ball tonight. I did hear reports about Baker Mayfield probably. I don't know if he's playing or not. I didn't check yet, but he was questionable. I think it was yesterday or something like that. I heard or seen something like that. But yeah, so we'll see how that goes. But I don't see why the Eagles couldn't pull. I don't see why they can't pull this out, especially with Dallas losing. This would be a perfect opportunity just to be like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? Now we can't get the home field advantage because the Rams lost, but even still, just to be alive in the playoffs still would be great for the Eagles. I think for the morale, especially for the fans, because we've been getting some ugly football this last month and a half. So it would be nice to get a W tonight. If they can flip a switch and blow them out, that would be even better. So we'll see, man. We'll see which way the pendulum swings, but I'm hoping it swings to a W. Keep us alive for just another week, and I think we play the Lions if we do win tonight. And they did pretty well yesterday. I will give it up to them, man. Shout out to my cousin. He a Detroit Lions fan. Him and his family out there in Michigan. So shout out to y'all, man, because it's been a long time. So that's what I'm saying. See, look at that. See, Detroit then got a playoff win. And look at Dallas. Listen, man, like, I just gotta say this right quick. I'm sitting here before I had to go out and go do what I had to do for the day. I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh, who played today, right? So I'm sitting there, I'm looking at my phone, I'm like, oh, Dallas played. I'm thinking Dallas supposed to play. I don't know why I thought they were supposed to play Saturday, but they played Sunday. So I'm sitting there, Dallas play, all right, cool. And I said they got Dallas winning at home, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just throw this money on the Green Bay Packers. I said I got a little something in here, and they like Green. People's like, you gonna bet on Green Bay? I'm like, yeah, I'm betting on Green Bay because Dallas always finds a way to do something stupid, and they did it again. So they got their problems of their own, but shout out to Green Bay, man. They brought the pack in for sure. So we appreciate that. But this would be a perfect opportunity, like I said, for the Eagles to get like some morale back, man. But it's just too many. I don't know, man. There's just too many reports coming out talking about how the offense ain't. They don't like the offense. They don't like this. They don't like that. And I'm just getting to the point where it's like something has to change. Like that's what I'm thinking. It really does have to be a head coaching change. So regardless of how this plays out, win or lose, I do feel like it's going to have to be a change because you really do have an inexperienced. Like regardless, he went to the Super Bowl last year or not, you really do have an inexperienced head coach. Somebody, if this is his play calling, like they keep saying, this is terrible, and there's no adjustments being made. You got your players, like the decision making, the situational decision making is, to me, is very critical when it comes to now. AJ Brown is not playing today because you wanted to play him last week. We were already in the playoffs. You could have played you could have played the starters for a little bit, but that's what happens, man. We didn't need that game. Yeah, we probably needed it like for our morale, but. And I think I did say they should play, but at the same time, you got to be careful with that type of stuff. And now you see how it's going to be. It might affect us going into the playoffs. So they're expecting him to come back if we win this game today, but who knows? Like things be happening. So excuse me. So we'll see, man. But like I think the biggest thing today is to run the ball, man. DeAndre Swift, Rashad Penny, whoever they want to put up in there, but protect the ball, run the ball. Because I even said that for the Dolphins. I felt like the Dolphins probably could have maybe made it a game against Kansas City if they'd have ran the ball more. They was relying on Tua's arm, and all due respect, Tua's kind of becoming like the same thing. Like, man, they can't win with him neither. Like, and they gave him Waddle, Tyreek Hill, even the tight end kind of decent. So it's like, and then you get C.J. Stroud going out here destroying the Browns, bro. Shout out to C.J. Stroud. That man, I tell you, man, look like the next coming to Patrick Mahomes, whoever you want to call him. My man be out there and he be doing his thing. So, and D'Amico Ryan, shout out to D'Amico because he used to be Eagle as well. So, yeah, man. But shout out to them boys, man. Trying to make sure I ain't forgetting nothing else before I wrap this up. But yeah, like I said, man, it'd be a decent win tonight, and boost the morale for the city, for the fans, for the players. I think too, man, because I feel like a lot of people are just not giving up, but they're just not as invested, like Jalen Hurts said. And now I see what he's talking about, as committed, because it don't seem like it. I also see, before I get off here, the reports that Jalen Hurts had texted Quez. Now he had texted Quest saying that when that phone rang, you better be ready to answer. Now, all due respect, shout out to Cuz and all that, but my thing is this: get him warmed up first. I'm not trying to go for the big bomb to the, 60-yard bomb. Get him, maybe with a little slant across the middle. Get his hands together before y'all try to take that long shot down the field. That's all I'm gonna say. Because I really do want to see the Eagles win. I know we got our problems, but I really do want to see the Eagles win tonight. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all watching. Like I said, if you want to Like and subscribe to always catch this vibe. You already know what to do, man. It's now from the No Cut Sports Podcast. I'ma holla at y'all. Big Bird gang. Let's get this playoff dub tonight, y'all.